Hi guys, it's Rocky Baby. I have another sort of fun thing that I want to share with you guys today. I'm not trying to like sound ungrateful for the subs that I have. I mean, like, doing OnlyFans is how I pretty much like make my living right now. I'm really hoping that in the future, like, I'll be able to get some earnings in from YouTube, from Twitch, to kind of like balance out my income a little bit more. But for right now, like, a lot of my income comes from OnlyFans, and so like I'm not trying to sound ungrateful for that. Like, I am genuinely grateful that I get to make content for a living, and just like yeah, like I work for myself and I set my own schedule, and that's like a huge deal to me. Like, I actually love doing that. So I'm not trying to be really negative about it, but there are some things that really fucking bother me. So today I'm going to give you a list of 10 things that my subs do sometimes that really fucking piss me off. I was going to label them pet peeves, but then I realized that's kind of like minimizing the issue, you know? Like, I feel like these things genuinely can like send me spiraling sometimes in like how fucking frustrating they can be. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that you guys think that it's like kind of funny. And I'm also hoping that like maybe some of you will watch this and then be like, oh, maybe I should like think a little bit about my behavior online, my behavior towards like OnlyFans creators and stuff that I follow. So anyway, just keep in mind that I love my job. I put up with this shit because it's part of the job, you know, whatever. Okay, number one. This is literally the most annoying thing that people fucking do to me on my OnlyFans. When people DM me on my OnlyFans, so they've already subscribed, they're a sub, and they DM me on my OnlyFans account, and they ask me, do you have X content? For example, do you make topless content? And I'm like, honey, you just fucking paid me $15 to see what the fucking content is on here. Like, go and look. I have, you know, hundreds of videos, photos, all at your disposal now because you paid the subscription price. So like, what are you doing? It genuinely makes me feel like worried that they're gonna feel like they're not getting their money's worth if I don't like send them all of my videos that I made with like X content that they're asking for. But I'm like, it's literally, it's right fucking there. Like, just go and look. Isn't that the point? Like, don't you subscribe to an OnlyFans account to be like, oh, I wonder like what her content looks like, and then you check it out, and maybe if you don't like it, you don't stay subscribed. But like, the point is that you want to see the content, right? Like, I thought so. So anyway, if you're having issues navigating OnlyFans, it's pretty simple. Basically, you can go to people's profiles, and then right there you scroll down. They might have some pinned posts, which you should always read, because they're gonna have information like if they do dick ratings and like how much those things cost, and like if they do customs and how much those things cost. So you should read those things. Those are really important. Also, they're gonna have like a little tab for like videos, photos. Just click on those and voila, you can see all of the content that you subscribe, that you fucking paid for. So yeah, and like I will respond to those people and like send them links to my stuff. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, like I do have, you know, X content. Here's, you know, this video, and here's this video, and I have a lot more on my page, like, go check it out. But like, genuinely, I spend so much fucking time doing that, and like, it could just be solved if people would just go and do it themselves. All the content is there. Just go and fucking find it. Number two, this relates to what I was just saying about reading the pinned posts. I would say 9 times out of 10, OnlyFans creators will have those pinned posts. Just like, because people ask about stuff constantly, like, do you sell panties, or like, do you do dick ratings? And the answers to those questions are usually in the pinned posts. So what really bothers me is when people message me about something that is in those pinned posts. And usually it's a dick rating. They'll be like, do you do dick ratings? And I'm like, literally this could have been answered already if you had just read what I had already posted about it. I hate fucking having to repeat myself. But genuinely, the reason, like, that in itself is like kind of, you know, whatever, like, ask me if you want a dick rating, sure, whatever. Be like, do you do dick ratings? But what really bothers me is that I only do dick ratings for rebillers. So people who have like the automatic rebill turned on are my rebillers. And I don't like to offer extra things for people who don't pay for that, like who don't have their rebill turned on. So I offer dick ratings for rebillers, and that's something I say in my pinned post. But people will message me all the time being like, can I get a dick rating? And I just click their profile, see that they're not rebilling. So I'm like, you're basically planning to sub to me for 1 month. You're definitely not gonna tip. Like, I don't know, why the fuck would I do that for you? 3. This also kind of relates to that. Asking for custom content when you have rebill turned off. I just feel like this one is self-explanatory. You don't think my content is worth keeping up with? You're devaluing all of my work, basically, by not having rebill turned on. I understand that not everybody can just like afford to keep rebilling and rebilling every single month. Like, I get it. It's just that, like, if you are gonna subscribe to somebody's OnlyFans and not rebill, just do that. Like, just subscribe for that single month, enjoy the content, feel free to, you know, message and like comment on posts and stuff, but don't ask for anything else. If you don't have the money to continually resubscribe, then you're not gonna have the money to just send tips and just like show your appreciation for that person. So just like, don't ask for stuff, don't ask for extra things, because like, I don't know, maybe some girls do custom content for people who don't rebill, but for me, like, it just, not rebilling is just like, I don't know, like, I just don't really care if you're on my page or not, and I don't want to do anything extra for you. Number 4, telling me that I have the best fucking content they've ever seen. They're like typing out this comment, they're like, genuinely, they will post these comments on like my actual posts, which is honestly even more frustrating than just like sending that to me in a message, because like I appreciate messages about my content. I appreciate when people like DM me and they're like, oh my god, your content's fucking amazing, whatever. But when people say this, when people are like, your content is the best content I've ever seen, you're so fucking hot, like, I mean, you're just doing things that no other girl does, and like, I've never subbed to anyone else before in my life and I never will, like, you're amazing, and then they don't tip, it's like, I mean, if you're somebody who's rebilling month after month, sure, whatever, say whatever the fuck you want, I don't care, you're my bestie and I love you, but like, most of the time these people are genuinely, they have rebill turned off, so they're just not even planning to resubscribe to me, and they're just like saying this shit. I'm like, just shut the fuck up. I don't care what your opinion is. Even if you're saying something nice. The way that you show your appreciation to me is by giving me money. Just period. This sounds really shallow, but like, it is what it is. Like, this is literally my job and my livelihood, and there are like a bunch of my subscribers who are like tipping on the posts that they like, and, you know, just like supporting me, and you're out here being like, it just feels like you're lying. It feels like you're fucking lying when you're like, you have the best content ever and you just love all your stuff so much, and then they just like don't. You gotta show that with your money. Okay, number 5. I send out a video, a free video every single month to anybody who rebills. I really genuinely appreciate my like rebillers so fucking much. So what I try to do is do like a little poll on my profile every month and have like some options for them, and then they basically get to decide what the content of the video is, and then I make that video and I send it to them for free because they're rebilling, right? So they already paid for it, but they're $15. people will message me without fail pretty much every single month and be like, I didn't receive the rebill video this month. And I'll be like, okay, well then did you have rebill turned on? And they'll be like, yeah, but I think something went wrong with my bank. I'm not like, there have been so many excuses that I've heard, which is just like, I don't know what to tell you, like genuinely. I'm like, I don't decide who receives the rebill video. I just click the button that's like, there's like lists on OnlyFans, so you can send messages to specific lists of people, and you can send like messages to only people who have rebill turned on and only people who have rebill turned off. So I just click that. I just click that button, just the rebill list, and it just sends to all of those people. And if you don't have rebill turned on, you won't be on that list. But if you do, you will. Like, it is that simple and that easy. And I just like, there is no fucking reason to argue with me. Okay, number 6, asking me the same question over and over and over. Usually this goes something like this. They're like, oh my god, baby, you make me so hard. Can I show you? And I'll be like, okay, well, do you want to pay for a dick rating? And they will just not respond for like 2 weeks or so. And then after that 2-week mark, they'll just send it again. They'll just be like, hey baby, can I show you my dick? And I'm like, do you think I can't scroll back in the chat and see that you have already asked me this question? Like, it's not going to change the fact that you have to pay for it. I don't get it. But this has happened multiple times. Very frustrating. Number 7, asking where I live or where I'm from. Just don't do this to like any content creator. It's just like, I understand when you're like trying to get to know somebody, that's like a natural question that comes up, and I don't hold it against people, especially when they're just like being genuinely nice and we're trying to like have a nice conversation and get to know each other. Like, it doesn't, you know, upset me per se. It's just like come on, like, you can't really ask that kind of question because we're just trying to survive out here, you know, not trying to dox ourselves. Number 8, wait, 8 is this many. Just sending me their dick, like straight up unsolicited dick pic. I understand why you would think that that would be okay, and maybe for some girls they just don't really care, but they would probably say something about that in their bio, in one of their pin posts, or like in a promotion, be like free dick rating with subscription, whatever, something like that. But if they don't say anything about it, you should assume that this is the same as sending an unsolicited dick pic on Instagram. It's literally illegal. Like, you can straight up now do jail time for sending unsolicited dick pics. So don't do it. Don't send dick pics unsolicited. And it's like, I will do dick ratings, and like, I don't mind receiving dick pics when we have had a conversation about it, when there's been like a full dialogue, and then I've been like, okay, send me your pictures, I want to see them, because I will let you know when you can. Number 9, asking me a personal question. Like, we're getting to know each other, they're asking a personal question, and then completely ignoring my response and just responding with something kind of gross. Here's an example of that. He messages me and he's asking questions, you know, we're getting to know each other, and he says, what's the best sex you've ever had? I think about that a little bit. I'm like, okay, you know, I do my very best to be as genuine as possible on my OnlyFans. I try to come across as a real person, you know, like I'm just like a girl out here doing this shit. So like, that's what I try to be like on my account. So I'm like, okay, what's my genuine answer to that? You know, like, what's the best sex I've ever had? Like, I think my best sex is usually like, you know, with somebody who I communicate really well with, and we know each other super well, and I'm able to you know, like, tell them anything and describe like what feels really good for me and something like that, and you feel more comfortable, you know, doing kinky stuff when you have such really good communication with somebody. And I write all this out to them and I send it over, and then they respond to that message with, you have the biggest tits I've ever seen. It's just like, can you treat me like a human being? I know it's a big ask, but like, can you like just consider it maybe? Okay, number 10, subscribing for 1 month during a promotion, so you're already getting like a discounted version of whatever the subscription price is, not tipping and not interacting once. It's like, why are you here? I don't know, it just irks me a lot. Like, I've been doing promotions recently and it does like actually generate a lot of subs. Like, if I like set a certain number of subscription slots for a promotion, like I'll do like 10% off or something, like basically nothing. And then all of those spots will be filled. Like, even if I set like hundreds of spots, they'll be filled. And it's because people like don't want to pay for my content. That frustrates me. But I justify it to myself with like it's okay, because, you know, they're really just like trying to see what my content is like. They just like, they're not sure, right? They like wanna check it out and then see if it's worth like staying resubscribed. And like, I know my content is fucking worth resubscribing for, but whatever, like they want to see. So I'm like, okay, sure. But then every time without fail that I do a promotion, the next month I will lose that number of subs. Like, they will just be fucking gone, like hundreds of subs just out the door. And that's sad. Like, that's really upsetting to me, because I'm like, I am just like pouring my life force into this work that I do and the content that I make, and these people are like, well, I'll pay for the 1 month promotion and then never buy anything, never tip, never interact, and just leave. It's fucking depressing. It's depressing as shit. Whew. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot of negativity. I'm sorry about that. I really wanted to get those things off my chest, and I hope I didn't like offend anybody. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to like, I don't know. These things just bother me, and I really wanted to like get that out there a little bit. You know, I got a message from somebody on Instagram, and they were like, I just checked out your links and I watched your YouTube video, and like, you know, that was really eye-opening, the stuff that you said, and I just like, I love that shit so much. Like, please fucking message me if you watch any of my stuff and you get something out of it. Like, yes, that's what I'm here for. So that's what I'm hoping to achieve with this video. I'm not trying to like, you know, be mean to people, especially people who are like supporting me. So I wanted to end the video with some positives, some of my favorite things that my subscribers do for me on my OnlyFans account. The number one thing, top thing, literally, I just like, you can do, this is terrible to say, you can do almost anything on my OnlyFans if you just fucking rebill. If you're a rebiller and you have that turned on, and I know like not everybody can afford it, I understand that, but if you can and you're supporting me every single month, or even for like 3 months in a row, and then you know, stop for a little bit, it's fine. It's totally fine with me. What the hell? My camera just stopped recording. I think I made the video too long. What I was saying is, basically, if you're a rebeller, you can do no wrong in my eyes. I mean, you can still be rude, and I can still like choose to block you if you're being fucking rude and horrible, but like, genuinely, like, if you rebel, you can ask for customs, you can ask for dick rating. Like, I like my rebellers, and I really try to show that gratitude to them with special things that they can have with their subscription. 2. Here's a normal compliment message that I receive. Oh my god, you're so hot, you have the biggest tits I've ever seen, your boyfriend is so lucky. And then you just like, boop, send. And I get like hundreds of those messages a week. I get it, you don't know what to say, and it's kind of sweet, but like, the messages that I really, really appreciate from people are when they send me compliments about the content. When they're like, oh my god, I feel like you put so much work into this. I appreciate you so much. I see how genuine you're being on here, and I just feel like, you know, this is like so different from what other people do, and I can like see that, and I appreciate you. Fucking yes, yes, I eat those compliments up, and I will think about them later. They don't just like go, like a compliment that's like nice tits, that's just like boop boop, in one ear out the other. That was in my brain, but I'm talking about ears. In one ear out the other. Actually would be my eyes, because I'd be reading it. What the fuck. The compliments that stick with me are just the compliments like about my content and about the quality of my content. Number 3, tipping. That was 4. 3, tipping posts that they like a lot. Literally the tip can be $1 and I will be like, fucking thank you. I just like, just a small like way of showing your appreciation, you know? It just goes so far. It just makes my day every single time. Just like, you know, if you like something, if you're gonna comment on it and be like, this is the hottest shit I've ever seen, just leave $1 as well, because if you want to see more of that thing, like it helps to support me. Like genuinely, I can't make this content without getting paid to do it. This is my job. So when people leave tips on my post, it's just fucking love it. Number 4, asking me genuine questions in an effort to get to know me. I have met some just incredible fucking people through OnlyFans. Like my subs are just so amazing sometimes. Like I just genuinely like have incredible conversations. They learn about them, they learn about me. I've followed some of my subs on Instagram because I've been like, they'll be like, oh, I've been subbed, you know, they'll be like subbed for like 5 months, and then they'll like message me and be like, I got a girlfriend now, and like I appreciate everything you've done for me, and like I just like I'm not planning to rebill anymore. And I'll be like, oh my god, like tell me your Instagram because I want to follow you and I want to keep up with what you're doing, because like I just feel like I have this connection now with this person. So yes, just like treat me like a human being and get to know me, and like I fucking appreciate that. Number 5, sending me good and creative suggestions. I fucking run out of ideas all the time. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's hard to come up with a new post every single day, which I do. So getting some like really nice creative suggestions for photo sets specifically, I love that. I love it so much. Please send those my way. And number 6, when people follow me across platforms and then talk to me about my other content on other platforms, fucking nut every single time. Just, I love it so much. Like when people message me on my OnlyFans to be like, oh my god, I caught your stream last night, you were so funny. I'm like, Mary. My camera died, so I'm just filming this last part on my phone. Sorry about that. Anyway, just wanted to thank you all for watching, and I hope nobody takes any of these things too seriously. I'm just like, some of these things people do that bother me, I just like have to get them off my chest once in a while, and because it's just like, I don't know, it gets to be a lot. But I appreciate you guys for watching, and you know, yeah, just like don't take it too seriously, but like think about it a little bit. Just like treating people like humans, you know. I'm just a regular girl. Just a regular girl doing her regular job, and that's it, you know. And if you want to take away from the video, think about those positive things you can do on not just my OnlyFans, but like anybody's OnlyFans that you're subscribed to. You can do those things for them, and I guarantee they will probably appreciate you for it. Thank you so much for watching.